I know freckles are a very like two-sided thing. From my experience with clients with freckles, usually they want to cover them up. Very rarely do they want them to show, which I love. I love freckles and I think you should let them show through. And on the other side, where people that don't have freckles love freckles and really, really want them. So freckle pens, freckle liners, freckle inks in general have become super, super popular. This kind of trend of using broccoli to create freckles came around. I wasn't really surprised because the internet does crazy things. And to be honest with you, I wasn't too unimpressed with the results. They kind of looked really, really nice. However, using broccoli to do your freckles is kind of stupid and unsustainable, and that broccoli applicator thing you have is gonna go out of date very, very quickly. Now, when I received this in PR, this is from Trigwell Cosmetics, right? This is their freckle floret, like a floret of broccoli. Is that how you say it? And as you can see, it's headed. It has a top like broccoli. This, of course, is to create freckles on the face. It's almost like a freckle stamp, right? In fact, they describe it as finding that your freckles look too faux. Say hello to natural looking freckles with a freckle floret, the perfect tool that gives you natural looking freckles in just a few seconds. Inspired by the floret of a broccoli, this tool is equipped with a dotted texture that varies in size and pattern to create a realistic freckle impression. So it is inspired by broccoli. I do wonder in my mind, was this a thing before the trend, and how quickly did they make this? Because I've never seen anything like this in my life. This does look stupid. It looks stupid, and when you look at it, you're going to be like, this is ridiculous. This is insanely ridiculous. I'm going to try it today. We're going to test a few things. We're going to try it with powder. We're going to try it with cream. And then I want to see its results versus like a freckle pen or a freckle ink or something like that to really get an idea. Oh my god, it has so much lipstick on my teeth. I'm saying this looks stupid, and here I am with lipstick on my teeth. Yes, and I'm going to try it against a freckle ink to see the results. Let me just go into something saying this. One thing I did like initially, after I looked at it for a while and I was like, what? I looked at it and I was like, no, hold on, judgmental me. One thing about freckles that a lot of people miss is the sporadicness of freckles, right? It's not just a pattern, it's different patterns, it's different sizes. And this very much covers the sporadicness of it. You have different size, what are these called? Arms? No. Florets? Different size bits. And you have smaller bits, some bits that are higher up, further down. You have all these bits around the edges, so you can kind of move it in a way that is sporadic. I wouldn't use it like this because then you're just stamping it on, but you can use it in so many different ways with its curves. Oh, I've got foundation all over it now. So I thought, okay, this could work. Even the before and afters on their website are pretty convincing. So let's give it a go. We're going to start with using cream versus powder. Let's just see how we get on. I do think creating freckles is a very, what's the word? It's a talent. And I think once you get used to it, some people are incredible at it and some people aren't the best. I'm going to use the Fawn Color Fluid from Hindash because I want them to show up quite dark for you on camera here so you can see. And I'm just going to kind of like, I guess, paint the top of this. Get as much of a surface as I can, and let's just go for it. Okay, so let's do cream on this side. Okay, and then I'm gonna tap. Okay, so I think we'll just use this go to look at the pattern of it. Okay, and a brow. And then maybe we can do like a much more convincing color. The pattern is fine. It's convincing. We'll definitely use a different cream product in a minute. But here we can see there's like a sporadicness of the sizes, right? Let me clean it. Let's try in some powder. I'm using the Hoola bronzer from Benefit. Oh, I don't know, you know. Oh, that kind of gives me a bit of a, what's it called feeling? Tricker, what's it called? Okay. So we kind of get a gist of a pattern it can create, which is, if this was a different shade, maybe quite convincing in terms of freckles. Let's take this off. Let's do a more realistic shade. and see how that goes. Okay, now, so per their instructions, for defined freckle, use of a cream bronzer or contour. That's exactly what I'm going to do. So I'm going to apply the cream bronzer to it. Roll off excess product on the back of a hand, press and roll across the skin to leave behind a section of freckles. Okay. Okay. Repeat these steps in your desired area of the face and pat into the skin with a finger for a more lived-in look. Okay, perfect to apply to either wet or set base. The nose here too. I think if I can just pat away. Yeah, okay. This is better. This looks, and if you just kind of like keep doop, boop, boop. Yeah, slightly, like, yeah, screaming. Slightly sun kiss. Are you tapping a little bit? I really sort my nails out. Apologies. I want to use like all the edges as well. Oh, don't get carried away. Don't get carried away. Oh, but I like that kind of like block there. Okay, let me mattify a little bit. You guys better. I'm actually going to mix in a bit of that Hindash product we used before. Because freckles aren't just one tone usually. Yeah, no, I like this now. Okay, now we got the color right. Do a bit more on the like nose crease. And you can kind of like lay this edge against the side of a nose to kind of get there. Whoops. Oh, I like it. Oh, I think it's cute. I think that's really cute. Okay, what I wanted to try on the other side was like the freckle pen, right? So, for example, one from Freck, I do have a slight issue with these. And it's that you have to use your finger to tap them in, but it leaves a stain on your finger. So I'll show you what I mean. So you can like tap these in, do like little sporadic dots, and kind of like transfer those dots. You're almost using your finger as the stamp, like so. But look, and that doesn't come off. Like I've used like oil makeup remover. I have to wash my hands like 3 or 4 or 5 times before. So this is the This is the Freckle Floret. I think I got a bit carried away. I think if I just held back a little bit, or even tapped maybe a little bit of foundation on top of some left over from our first trial. I think once I get the color right, it's cute. And this is a freckle pen. I think this is quicker, and I think I actually prefer the finish, the texture, and even the like the application. Yeah, I do. What do you think? What do you think? How are we feeling about this? I know it's a bit of a strange one. So my kind of initial impressions about this was, okay, that's a little bit dodgy. I'm not sure that's gonna work for me. But actually, after having used it, finding the right color, collection, the right kind of, what the fuck am I saying? But after having used it, kind of like finding the right color choices, the right color mix is actually really, really nice and easy to use. As strange as it looks, but also, aren't you just doing the same stamping method really with any other freckle product? I think I actually really, really like it. It's really nice. In a way, I kind of prefer it to the freckle pens or that freckle kind of like ink, because the pattern is already there for you and all you have to do is twist it around a few times. Whereas with the pen one, you kind of have to keep going round and round and round, which is nice, and some people get used to it quite quickly. I think I do prefer this Freckle Floret. So let's talk about cleaning this, because this is something I didn't really think about while using it. I ran it under a tap just to kind of like loosen up the makeup, and this is only 5 minutes after I finished filming. And then I mixed it in with some makeup brush cleaner, which is a little bit stronger. It is silicone, so I was trying to be very careful not to damage it, but it just wasn't loosening up. So then I got a makeup brush, quite a stubby one, that's kind of like, I don't really use it that much, to try and almost like brush away the makeup that was stubborn and stuck on this this freckle thing. It does take quite a long time. You can see I'm almost stabbing at it to try and get it out. It's like I'm digging up a fossil. So then I got some makeup cleansing oil. I don't like to use oil directly on silicone like this, but because it was wet already, it emulsified like right away. And I thought that might help to break down some of the tougher makeup that's almost stuck in those bits. It was very, very difficult to clean. And there's not really many cleaning directions on their website. So that would be something really great. Or if you could do a reel or something, that would be really, really good to see. This is as clean as I could get it. You can see there's still makeup on there. I could go around with my finger and do it, but it was difficult. As always, let me know your opinions down below in the comments. I would love to see your opinions on this. Yeah, thank you so much for joining me. Consider subscribing, give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you in the next one.